Okay, so you got a girl. Cool. And you like her. Like, you still like her after some time together. That's good. And she still likes you. That's great. I'll assume you're not just fantasizing about some girl that's not even aware of you. Or maybe you are. That's fine too. Well, in these modern times where around 50% of marriages end in divorce, that question is creeping in somewhere in the back of your head. Is she the one? Could we build a life together? Or is this a ticking time bomb that's going to end in lawyers, divorce, and years wasted? Now, look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm some marriage expert. I can only share what I've seen in my own marriage and my previous failed relationships, and also what I've seen in the lives of the men around me. Some of them with long-lasting marriages, others who seem trapped. And what we're gonna do in this video is a lot deeper than the usual, well, are you still physically attracted to her, bro? No. What I'm gonna do is ask you a series of oddly specific questions meant to invoke a gut reaction inside of you so that you know for sure if she's the right girl or if you're forcing it. Are you ready? You're sure that you're ready? All right, let's do this. Question 1. If next month you decided that you're moving to a new city, would she go along with you without hesitating? See how you felt that in your stomach just now? Yeah, that's the point of this video. I'm not going to be giving you any cliches, just uncomfortable questions that make this obvious. So with my first girlfriend, I was living in Boston when I met her, and after about 1 year together, things were going smoothly. I told her, I've been thinking about it a lot, and I think I want to move to San Diego soon. And her reaction was, how could you? You're gonna leave me in Boston and move all the way to California? Now with Julia, who's my wife now, a very similar situation happened where after we were dating for a year, I told her, look, I've been wanting to move away from Boston. I'm thinking either San Diego or Austin, Texas. And her reaction was, let's go visit them. Let's go see which one we should move to. You see the difference? With Julia, she had this underlying assumption that, well, if you're moving, I'm going with you. We're doing this together. With my first girlfriend, it was like, oh, so you're moving away from me. The subconscious understanding of how they looked at our relationship was completely different. Now, I'm not saying to go test your girl and pretend like you're moving, but there's a gut check here. If you did propose this, does she see you guys on the same team and you're the leader? Or are you guys two independent units that your future, it doesn't have to align? Question number 2, if you lost your income tomorrow, would she back you or would she bail on you? Which is it? You felt it without thinking about it. What's the answer? You already know. And of course, we could say, well, the circumstances matter because if I turned into a degenerate drug addict, I would hope that she wouldn't stay with me. We're not making this some very complicated structure. Just keep it simple. If you fell into a bad situation, would she be there to help you build back up together? Or would she jump ship to the next best thing? Because if your girl truly believes in you and knows that you're competent and capable, well, of course, she would stick with you. And she would not just stick with you, but she would be your support system in that dark time. Otherwise, you could have a girl who's with you mainly because of convenience. Question 3. Would you trust her in a room full of men? She's the only girl in there, surrounded by guys. What's that gonna look like? How's she gonna handle herself in that situation? Do you catch yourself getting a bit nervous, a bit unsure of what might happen? And of course, don't get me wrong, you're never gonna catch my girl by herself in a room full of men, but it's still a hypothetical scenario that when you paint that image in your head, does it go to jealousy and distrust? And what did you talk to those guys about? Or can you have a calm certainty that like, nah, she would just leave that room. She would just remove herself from that situation. If you're not sure, or when you hear one of these questions, it immediately makes you feel uncomfortable. That's what I want you paying attention to during this video. Now, quick pause before we get to the next question, because trust me, you're gonna wanna stick around for all of these. But big news, Edge Lifestyle is running a flash sale only for the next 3 days. The entire website is 20% off. This never happens, so if you need to upgrade your style game for the fall months, this is the perfect time. If you're looking for a stylish fit that enhances your physique and gives that clean, old money look, then I'd recommend our active polo and our casual chinos. The polo is built from a premium textured fabric that just feels expensive and is built to hug your shoulders and arms perfectly. The chinos have a classic fit, buttery soft fabric, and honestly, they feel like you're wearing sweatpants. And if you're looking to level up your everyday wardrobe, then you need a pair of our best-selling tech joggers. Clean cargo pockets, Velcro ankles for the perfect fit, and next-level fabric that moves with you. This pairs perfectly with our enhanced mesh tee, made from dry-fit, ultra-stretchy fabric, and cut to make you look built in and outside the gym. All you have to do is use code MARRIAGE20. Yep, this is only for the guys watching this video. An exclusive for y'all. MARRIAGE20 at checkout. Save 20% off only for the next 3 days. Just go to edgelifestyle.com or click that first link in description to shop now and take your style to the next level. Now back to the wife test, because this next question is one that most guys miss. Question 4, when is the last time, I want you to picture it in your head, when is the last time you guys laughed together? Like really laughed. With my second girlfriend, thinking back, that relationship always felt a bit serious. Not necessarily sad or somber, but I can't really remember a single time off the top of my head that we laughed together. And this is something there's actually a lot of studies on. A recent meta-analysis of over 15,000 people across 43 studies showed that positive shared laughter is directly correlated with greater closeness, support, and relationship satisfaction. And it makes sense, right? When you're laughing with someone, those moments like represent, not only do you feel like happy and good emotions, but they represent this moment where both of you are present together. You're not both laughing together if you're not present. So yeah, can you remember the last time you guys shared a true laughter together? How long ago was it? That's a sign. And by the way, I don't mean to frame these from a negative light. Like, the point of this video is not to poison everyone's relationship who's watching. I'm hoping that for all of these, you're like, nah, we laugh together all the time, man. Oh, hell yes, you would move across the country with me, of course. Anyway, question 5. This one is a bit heavy. If you accidentally got her pregnant next week and you found out, how would that make you feel? Don't overthink it. Gut instinct. What does it say? Is it, man, this timing is not ideal, but we got this. We got this. We could build a cool family together. Or is it, oh, bro, what? Oh, how could this, man, this seems kind of stressful. Like, we got to talk out what our different options are here, man. Oh, I don't know. Most marriages are ultimately going to a place where you eventually have kids together, and your girl is going to be the mother of your children. And this question allows you to see how you feel about that without going into some, deep, well, what will our life look like with children scenario. Question 6, do you feel like she's still playing games with you? Let's say you're not with her and you're making some plans for next week. Do you feel like, man, I'm gonna have to read her mind, what she texts me back when we're on the phone. I'm gonna have to guess if she's cool with this or not. If you guys have a small disagreement about something, do you feel like that the rest of the day or the rest of the week you're walking on eggshells because you don't want her to be upset with you? I've learned from my past relationships, as well as every other relationship I've witnessed in my life, these things don't go away. They just get progressively worse and worse and worse. You want to be in a relationship where things feel easy. If you say, hey, let's cancel dinner plans tomorrow, I got some extra work to do, next week I'll take you out. You want to not feel like, oh my God, is she going to be resenting me? No, you want it to be like, all right, cool, I understand. Life is long. If you're looking for a partner for your life, it's got to be sustainable. Question 7, when you're not with her physically, let's say you're away traveling for the week, are you looking forward to embracing her again, or do you kind of enjoy that freedom? There's no wrong answers here, bro. There's just answers and signs. And look, if you live with the girl and spend a lot of time with her, I think it's natural that when you have a change of pace, you're alone for a week or you're with your boys for a few days, to enjoy that. You don't want to isolate yourself into this vacuum where it's just you and your girl and there's no outside contact. That's something else to check yourself on. I've lost friends to that battle, man. I've lost friends in the war where they get in a relationship and they're toast, man. You never see them again. Typically, that means the woman is just controlling them and not allowing them to do anything. That's sad too. But when I leave Julia for a week, tomorrow I'm heading out to Miami for a week. It's going to be a great trip. I'm going to see some great friends. But for sure, I'm going to be pumped when I get home to pick her up and hold her and be with her. Question 8. When she's with your friends and family and you have to step away for a moment, are you nervous or are you calm? This one should be obvious to you because you've been in these situations before. With my first girlfriend, it was cool. I knew she would socially jive with whoever, have a good conversation, or at least pretend to. My second girlfriend, if I had to run across the room for a second, I'd be like, man, is she going to survive over there? Are these people going to like her? Oh, man. That's not sustainable long term. Or the only way that it is sustainable, I suppose, is if you guys isolate, which, like we talked about, does happen oftentimes. Because if you only spend time together with no one else, you don't have to worry about how she handles herself around other people. In the long term, it really pays to have a girl who's, I don't want to say versatile. That sounds like it's some tool that I got in the garage. Versatile, man. It can trim, it can screw, it can drill. But it pays to have a girl who, when you have social gatherings, you enjoy it. You're calm. It doesn't make sense to constantly be creating stressful situations in your life. Like, I know all of y'all have big goals and you have, a mission that you're on. The stress, and that's what a lot of these questions are about. The constant stress and anxiety, it's a silent killer. Some girls, it ain't that silent, but it's still a killer. Question 9. Can you picture yourself being with her 10 years from now? Or does it seem like, I don't know, that's a stretch, man. 10 years? With my last 2 girlfriends, if you told me that, I would be like, I don't know, man. 10 years is a long time. I don't know if I can tell you that with certainty. With Julia, and I'm not just, trying to romanticize our relationship. We got our own problems. But honestly, even after 6 months or a year together, I already had that feeling of certainty of our future together. Like, yeah, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now, I can see it, man. I can see it. As you're hearing these questions, how are you feeling about your girl? I'm curious in the comments. I don't know how honest and vulnerable people will be, but I'm curious to see what stage of the relationship you're in with your girl, how you're feeling about it, and what your confidence level is. Because if you do decide to get married, that's the biggest decision of your life, man. That's the energy that you're going to be surrounded by forever. That's your team. That's your partnership. That's who you're going to be on this adventure of life with from now until the moment that you die or that she dies. That's who you're going to have to endure the tough low times and the pain with, and who you're going to be able to always celebrate the wins with. It's a strategic partner. And look, the truth is that no relationship is perfect. That doesn't exist. But if, as I was asking you these questions, your gut was telling you, oh no, or I don't know, well, that's a signal. That's a very important signal, and you should listen to it. Because just waiting and hoping that things are going to fix themselves over time, that does not tend to be how relationships work. that the evidence would not support that. But if you were thinking, yeah, damn, she would have my back if I lost all my money tomorrow. I would trust her in a room full of guys. Well, we laugh together all the time, bro. Well, then maybe you found your girl for the long term, AKA your wife. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope it gave you a new perspective on your current relationship, or maybe a past relationship or a future relationship even. Also, reminder, that Edge sale ends in 3 days. Link in description to upgrade your style. Don't stop watching now. I recommend you see this video next. The YouTube algorithm has calculated that you specifically need to watch that video. Click there to watch it now. If you're new to the channel, click down there to subscribe, as I drop 2 new videos every single week and you don't want to miss them. I'll talk to you in the next video. Stay beastly.